And there we are. We are now live on the Paintball Therapy show with Monica, Tami, and Karla, who actually need no introductions, but usually the program starts and it takes a while for people to see that we're on. So how I like to start the conversation is asking you how you found paintball and got started in it. I will start with Monica. Monica, we can start with you.
Right. So I started paintball out of curiosity with my sister-in-law. She was sick and she wanted to go try it out. She was on steroids, so she was like really big and muscular. And
I was wondering if you called her thick.
I was, I was,
I would have beat your ass.
I might, but she
Keep
was
going.
big. She was on steroids. So she was like, "Well, let's go try it." And I was like, "Yes, let's go try it." So then I was wearing ski pants, ski gear, everything, and total nude. After a little while, we kept on going every day, every other Wednesday. We would go, and then she got off steroids, and the bitch left me, and I got stuck.
Oh,
So that's how I ended up playing paintball.
okay.
That's awesome.
Tami?
I got started a long time ago, 95, 96. My husband Todd back then played on the Annihilators, I think.
Yep.
And then I just was tired of being left home alone, to be honest. So I went out and started playing at our field, Extreme Rage in North Fort Myers, Florida. And Mike Boogaloo was the first one that shot me in the neck, and I was going to fucking kill him. So that's how I got started.
Boogie. Boogie
Yep,
was the
Boogie.
first one to shoot you.
Yep.
Interesting.
Asshole. Love him, but asshole. I'm still going to get him back one day.
Of course. Karla.
Oh my God, I forget my English.
It's okay. We have you covered. Monica can help you
I'm
out.
joking.
Don't worry.
Too many days without seeing my sisters and friends. So I think I forget my English. I will try to do my best. No, I started, I think, when I was 15 or 14 years by my dad. We went to like Sunday family just to stay together. So we jump in paintball, like football in those times was like completely different, nothing like today. So it's when I started to play paintball, and it was my first day with my mom, my dad, my brother, just as a family. And in those times were like hobby, nothing like these days. Like for me today is my sport and it's my passion. So those days were just for fun. And then I stopped at like maybe 7 years. But this is how I started in paintball. I just like I was a little kid, well, 14, 15 years, something like that.
Right.
And it was really fun. Was like a lot of adrenaline, and
Yes.
I started to love paintball in that day, and I can't stop.
Absolutely. And that affects a lot of people, and you can see that passion and that drive that a lot of you women, at least this group of women that I've had firsthand knowledge and experience with, it's a beautiful thing to see that. Oh,
We got Andrea.
Hold on. You got 5 minutes before I got to jump in another meeting.
All right, let's go.
Still gotta fucking work, right?
So it's your turn. How did you get into paintball, Andrea?
I'd always wanted to try it, and I was dating this guy, and he told me one time randomly, like, "Oh, hey, I went and played paintball on Sunday," and I was like, "Oh, wow, that's amazing! I've always wanted to try that. Tell me the next time you go." And yeah, and so he told me, and then I bought a bunch of stuff and went out and played. So I figured if I didn't like it, I could sell it, but I wanted my own shit, so that's what I did.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's so awesome that you're here, Andrea, and you're welcome to join in and do everything that we have to cover it all as soon as possible. So how I met all of you together, some I've known for a very long time, or for a while, we'll say, not a long time, a while. But playing on the family together in the classic format is very, very special to see. You have significant others that are in the game. It's truly a family. Can you talk about the team from your perspective, Andrea?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a labor of love. It's probably it probably means the most to me aside from Team USA, just because I get to play with my closest friends and my husband, and you know, it really is just a family. So
I know, right?
Everybody
except for Todd. Todd's a traitor still.
Yeah, you know, we always have the best time, and that's like, I think that's the big thing for us. Like, you know, and we're all super competitive. Like, none of us like to lose. We're all out there to win, right?
Right.
But we have this approach to it that it's just super comfortable, and we just have a really good time. And even people that come and play with us, like that'll guest and kind of jump on with us, the thing that they always comment is the same thing, that you know, they enjoy the way that we're really laid back about things, but still competitive, and we're just gonna have fun, you know, and it's always such a great time.
Right. Right. And now tell a little bit about hubby for those who don't know, because some of us have significant others in the game. Please elaborate for those, that gentle giant.
Yeah, so my husband is Daniel Lee. He's the big giant 6'4" monster. That stands out, right? He's always the tallest person in the picture. So we've actually, as of April, we've been together 17 years, and in May we'll be married 10 years. So we met playing paintball, and this is probably like the most consistent team that we have been able to play on together, which makes it just so much better too, because it's something where we're both in there. We get to have that experience together. We argue a lot too, which is fun.
Right.
And that's always great. But Daniel played professionally before too. And then he kind of retired when I did, and then we kind of came back into it, and it's just been a great time. He's always been in and around the industry, and even now, like aside from the mechanical stuff, he'll help coach. He helped coach us on the Angels and Destiny and stuff like that before, and so yeah, he's just been in and around paintball for a really long time.
Yes, very, very a great guy to talk to. I've had quite a few chats on and off the field, so that's a great thing, and I'm glad you bring that. From Tami, from your perspective, tell me how it is to coordinate and lead this very diverse and headstrong group of women.
Oh, I don't coordinate or no, that's all Al and Daniel. That's nothing on me. I'm like, hey guys, you want to play? And that's how much I've been doing. Trust me, I don't do shit. I'm like, hey, where are the drinks? That's about as much coordination as I give to the team. That's
so the drink coordinator.
Oh no, okay, I'm so lying there. That's so Andrea. She is so the drink coordinator of this team. She picks what we're doing shots of. She picks what, you know, the drink. She makes sure we do the shots before the games and after the games. So yeah, I don't do anything. I'm just there, and they go, Tami, go here. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Go here. That's all I do. That's it. No, I know. I wanted to get the family back together because I played on the family years ago. I wanted to get that name back out there because these girls, they are my family, you know, and their husbands are my family, and Ken and all those guys. And I just, you know, wanted to play with them full time again. And that's, you know, we've been talking about it for freaking years now. And it finally came to fruition. Thank God, because it'd been way too long.
I think the format of doing it with mechanical was the right time to do it. Like, we had talked about it for a long time, but I really feel like mechanical, like doing this for mechanical was so much better, just because those events are really hands down the best. You know what I mean? Like, they're just so much fun. They bring all that aspect of paintball that we enjoyed when we first started playing, you know, and it brings that kind of feeling back into it. So to have that kind of environment and then to be able to do this together with the family has just been, it's been a real blessing.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
Phenomenal.
It is.
Now there's an interesting factor, because Monica, Karla, and Andrea still play the X-Ball format, I believe. Can you tell us about that? We'll start with Monica.
So we play whenever we can together. We play with the Angels. We play with the Jesters. We played a few years with destiny, and we really do enjoy playing with each other. And the opportunity that we had playing with, the opportunity that we had to play with the family was our best decision ever, and we really enjoyed the format.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
And Andrea, give me your 2 cents on the X ball, air ball kind of vibe.
You know what? I'm a competitor at heart, so I mean, like, we could be flipping quarters, and I just want to win, right? So, like, I love playing with my girls. So, every opportunity that we have to do that, we're gonna take that. You know what I mean? And I still do, because of my competitive nature. I still do really love the speed and the aggression of X ball. And so that's the reason why, like, it's something that I still enjoy doing, and I still make it a point to get out there and get done. But I mean, those are, Monica and Karla getting out there. I mean, we'll play anywhere with anyone, as long as you know what I mean. As long as it's being played, we're gonna get out there and do it. If it's a big game, if it's X ball, if it's woods ball, we're in it. So
Right. And Karla, how do you like the X ball format?
I love both. I love X-Ball and I love mechanical. I mean, I'm the same way. I'm competitive person, and obviously I want to win. But I enjoy a lot to play with my sisters. If they are not there, for me, it's not the same. I really love to play with them, with Tami, Andrea, Monica. Oh shit!
Right.
My
It's
and my
okay.
phone too.
It's okay. We accept it. Oh, but you down.
Wait
That's
a
two.
minute. No, I mean I love both. Like X-Ball is really really fun. It's another kind of format, and it's like I don't know how to explain. I think both are really cool. I mean, mechanical is harder to, and you have to be focused. You have to be like working together with your team. It's the same with X-Ball. Maybe X-Ball is more fast,
Yep.
but mechanical is really really cool too. I mean, both. I love both. I
gotta go,
love
guys.
it.
Yes.
Gotta get back to work.
Welcome you back
bye,
anytime, Andrea.
Andrea.
Thank you.
Come back in when you're on a break.
Yes. Yes.
And if I have to say,
We'll
well,
still be
we
going.
play together. We play together. I have to say, like gestures, angels. We play before with another teams too. So we are just trying to play together all the time. I love it.
We will play with
Yeah.
whoever has us.
Yes.
Exactly. We just love play paintball.
Yes.
I miss play paintball. Yeah.
There was actually a question from Sean directed to you, Karla, about talking about the development of your signature Lux.
Oh my God. Okay. ¿Qué significa esa palabra? What is that word? I forget one word. Development.
How your gun came about, how your signature series Lux came about. How did it happen?
Oh my God. Okay, that's. I've been with them like 7 years. With Lux, I was working with them. I started like in zero with them. They trust on me like long time ago, when I was just like coming back in paintball. Before Lux, I was with another brand, so I just started with Lux. They give me the opportunity, and I was really like they are super loyal to me all the time, and I am really loyal to them, and I really love Lux. So I was working with them, like selling stuff like Lux, promoting. It's not just like how people think, like, oh, it's because you show your ass all the time. It's not.
But it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, it's a lot of
Speaking
work.
of, no.
You got to remember, nobody has seen her ass.
Right,
No,
right.
shut up.
Nobody.
Sorry. We can talk about it later, but not right now.
We can talk about it later.
Oh, we could definitely talk about that.
I can't believe
yeah.
I'm saying this, but it's like going to Tami to save this ship. But I think it's going to.
I mean, it's part of the market, but it's not what the marketing, but it's not like people all the time thinks. It's a lot of work between all of that stuff, and selling stuff is not super easy, and you have to be in
Shut up, Mike.
contact with the customs and everything.
Yes.
And it's a lot of job there. And another person really important there was Andrea. She helps me a lot all the time. When with the signature series. Like I was like, hey Andrea, what about this? And she gave me ideas. Monica was there too. Tami was there too. Like they helped me a lot, honestly, because I was really afraid. And I was like, well, I don't have nothing to lose. Maybe they will say yes.
Exactly
Right.
right.
And yeah, and Andrea helped me with all a lot of
Designs.
yeah, like serious stuff. It's not just like, oh yeah, give me the gun, or oh yeah, give me my signature series. No, it's a lot of job. But thank you, my girls, and a lot of people. I have a really good support. It's not just myself. Was a lot of people involved who helped me to do this, and blogs trust in me, and was really good idea. I feel like super happy with that, and feel like a goal. Like what that was one of my goals in my mind, but for me before was like impossible. But right now I'm like nothing is impossible if you really want it and you work hard for that. It's not just like give me this or give me that. No, you have to work hard. You have to put your no your ass. You have to
Right.
put.
You're
Let me-
probably Carla, you're probably one of the hardest working
Yes.
besides Beatrice in promoting yourself that I've
Thank
ever
you.
known.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you deserve that for sure. Absolutely. Everything that you get, you absolutely deserve because you've done so much for the sport and for the women of the sport, actually.
Yes,
And
thank
that
you very much. Thank
naturally that
you.
yeah, that naturally goes into you, Tami, and I mean our history, because it goes way back to the femmes. And again,
Exactly.
knowing Todd, please give me a feeling or an idea of how that journey was for you.
Which journey with Todd? Because that's been a
Well,
bumpy one.
no, no, but
Just kidding.
we'll go back to that one because I've got a perfect question for that.
Oh, geez.
But I'm saying
With the
more
fans
of
and the
being there
team and
was
stuff like that.
yeah, there was definitely a time where you were the woman in the game and led women. And
So
that
I know absolutely. Years ago when we started the team, or when I started the team, it was because I wanted to play. I wanted to play with my friends here in Florida. I got just a bunch of chicks together, and then a bunch of our friends who own companies such as Cap, Chris Hagen, God rest his soul, and Die, with Keely and stuff like that. They all got us girls to come and try out, and then Monica was one that came and tried out. Andrea was one that came and tried out when we had mass. I want to call them auditions because of dance, but mass tryouts for the team at at different times to where we had a group of 24 women at one time playing two different 10-man teams. So but I wanted to start the team so I could play with women. I didn't want to play with men back then all the time. I did play on the family, but I liked the camaraderie of having sisters because I never had a sister besides my sister-in-law. So I had my sisters, and that's what they are to this day. They're my sisters. I may love some of them and I may hate some of them now, but I could still truly probably text each one of them today and say, "Hey, what's up?" And they would get right back to me.
right.
And that's what it's all about, is having that camaraderie with your teammates from back then till now. And I'm very fortunate to have a good camaraderie with most of the women I ever played with.
Yep. It makes sense. And there's no difference between women and men where there's that community, that
Oh,
closeness,
absolutely not.
you
Right.
know.
And we all want that friendship. At least I would think that we all want that, relationship with other people besides your mates or your partners or your husbands or wives, or sisters or whatever. You want to have that friendship to be able to say, "Hey, Moni, what's up?" Or "I need somebody to talk to." And that's exactly what we have forged on this team to this day.
Right. And it's obvious, and it needs to be stated how much of a service it was, because women weren't represented in the game as much as they could. I personally,
And women were also thought to be very butch or whatever back in the day of playing, and
right.
that was not the case with the women that played. They were wives. There were
Yep.
people in the military such as Bambi Bullard. I mean, she
Yep.
was one of the forefront women of paintball, and she
Right.
never, still to this day, doesn't get the credit that she deserves for this
Yep.
sport. So we have women like that. We have Karen, who played for the All A's, who
Yep.
was fucking amazing. And, you know, it's just women like that have been forgotten. And that's
Yeah.
sad because they were the ones who set the tone for women to play in the sport. Like
Right.
Lady Tree Dancers was one of the first all-women team back in the day.
Yep.
And they didn't get near the press that we did because we had women who looked different. And
Yep.
that's sad.
And I think there was another team called the Muffs, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe
Never
Deb
heard
was
of
on
them.
that. Really, I believe
Yeah.
it was around the International Amateur Open that they were one of the teams that played. I don't know, and I'd have to. But from a history standpoint, that's how it was. But I know the Lady Tree Dancers for sure.
Yeah, Lady Tree Dancers were. That's who I actually looked up to for playing wise back then.
Yep.
And that's who I kind of like formed my team to be about or be like, but on a different level. Because, you know, I wanted to bring out, hey, women with tits and ass can actually play too. You know, and every woman has tits and ass, don't get me wrong. But
right.
I'm saying I went for the Maxim look.
Right.
Playboy look.
Yep. And
I wanted free stuff. I'm not gonna lie, and I got it.
The thing is that it wasn't objectification because you were in control. You know what I mean? Like anybody who knew
absolutely.
you knew exactly that this
what
is
I was doing.
Yep, this is what
exactly.
I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and you were in control, and it was
great.
great.
We got it.
Yep,
Our team, the Femmes didn't pay for anything. Both teams, 24 women on a team. They didn't pay for flights. They didn't pay for hotels. They didn't pay for cars. They didn't pay for. The only thing they paid for was to come to practice. That was it.
Right.
Paint was paid for. Everything was paid for.
Yep.
Paid for nothing. And if we could get food, I got food too.
Right. Leave it to you. You're going to negotiate anything.
Absolutely.
And, yep. And
it helped owning one of the largest, you know, manufacturing companies in the industry as well, because hey, we had a foot in the door right there.
Right.
But, you know, I scratch your back, you're going to scratch my back type thing.
It is the way that paintball is, and for the good or the bad, or exactly was.
It's not like that anymore, unfortunately, because the economy can't do that. But that's how it was for a very long time. And it was awesome. That's what we're lacking, I think, these days. Not the free shit, but the camaraderie, because it's not there as much as it used to be at all.
Yep. And
unfortunately,
and it's one of it. To touch on that topic, and I'm sure everybody will agree with me. Like the old classic format of 10-man, where you were there all day, is kind of like a family reunion where there's paintball going on. The current NXL format is you show up for your 2-hour block, you come, you watch maybe for a little bit, you do what you need to do, and you go. There's very, very little interaction with other teams because you're there for a purpose. So I can completely, and that's one of the things that I wanted to do, is to expose some of my NXL guys to the 10-man format, where you can go hang out, have fun, and take like a weekend off and do that. Because a lot of the young guys are getting excited about the classic format.
Yes, you're exactly right. And here's the thing too, is with the young guns, as they are called or whatever, coming up, and they think that they can just go mow all the old guys who play.
Right.
I think it's a rude awakening for all these guys, all these young kids. I'm just like, look, motherfucker, they may be old, they may be decrepit, and they may be slow, but they're gonna shoot you in the long run. They can outsmart you.
Absolutely. Now, Donnie is here, who is just making a statement that he realized that he has a jersey from all of you awesome ladies.
Yes, he does.
So,
thank you, Donnie.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Now, Monica.
Yes.
You also have a paintball family. Oh, hang on. This just popped up. I'll take a drink.
That's hilarious. Hi, babe.
You've been invited, sir. You've been invited. Back to you, Monica. You're also in a paintball family with the husband and the daughter that goes to events. Can you tell me what that experience is like for you?
I really enjoy traveling with them, and I enjoy having her on the field. And I don't mind her being on the field because it's like she has 60 brothers watching over her. So nobody could get near her. You know, whatever team we're playing on, the guys watch out for her. So, you know, they know the deal. So, so I really do enjoy this. And then playing with the family is the best thing ever because like Tami said, we're not just teammates. You know, we talk outside of paintball. We do vacations together. You know,
Well,
so
y'all do vacations together. I'm never available because y'all just do them on the weirdest times. Y'all need to come to Florida, bitches.
But we have the best time ever. After we're out of the field, after we do, you know, after we play and we give it our all, we truly enjoy every second that we're together. And we
I feel empty. I feel empty when I leave them from a paintball tournament. Like literally, I feel empty. I'm like, well, that sucks.
Yes, we get the downs, like we get depressed for like 2 days after.
Yeah,
it's true. We all do it, you know. And like I said, I'm lucky to play with this person over here.
Right.
But, yeah. But
no,
I sense your aura, Al. I sense it.
You sense it.
I sense it.
He smells you.
Yes.
Yes. But you know, it is a lot of fun to still travel and still enjoy being with him after 21 years of marriage.
Whoa. Oh my God.
You're
21 years of marriage, you know.
Yep. Now, the interesting perspective, and there's a reason why I'm asking this question, which is funny, and I'm not going to embarrass the guy this way. But how protective are you of your daughter? Because I've seen your daughter at the classic events give it just as good as you do. So I don't think she's as quiet as some people expect her to be.
Oh, she is not quiet at all. She
is not quiet.
Yeah, she definitely has the worst of mine and the worst of his. Yes, Alfred's handcuffed in the closet. He can't talk. He knows the rules.
And ball gag. That's why he's mumbling.
I keep the ball gag in the fucking ball.
Oh my God, don't make me laugh, please.
It's on the nightstand. Calm down.
It only took 27 minutes to get to the ball gag.
That out because I see the shit you said to my son and to my husband. Oh, nice guy.
That. That's why he's mentioning it.
No, he's got the rubber mask with the fucking zipper in the mouth.
He loves that stuff.
Terrible visual.
Hey, Al, you do know that Tucker sends or shows me what you send him, right?
He's 18.
We discussed this.
He's 18. I can send him shit.
I'm his mother.
Listen.
That's some wrong shit, okay? Some of that, and then the stuff you send Todd.
It's just booty and booty.
He sends a lot of ass out there to Tuck.
Sucker's an ass guy.
Oh, he is
Fight.
The numbers are going through the roof, lady.
And he's
Apparently, people like to talk about ass.
6'4" and a pilot, 18. Yeah, I'm screwed.
Yes, you are.
Welcome to my world. I have a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old, and they both have boyfriends now.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we need to threaten somebody? Oh, I did not say that. No, do we need to have a talk?
Oh crap! Here goes the kid.
I'm the 21-year-old. Hello.
Hello.
Oh my God.
I miss you.
It's another lady.
Oh, why? Oh, here's the first time I ever got shot by my own lovely father. He went, walked away a few inches or a few feet, and shot my kneecap. Right? Yep.
That would hurt.
And then he went, and then he went, does it hurt? Are you okay? Are you ready to play? I was like, yeah, no.
Well, we needed to make sure The number one rule: there's no crying in paintball.
Absolutely not.
And don't take your mask off.
We do both.
And I did both.
I broke that rule with Al at Vegas NXL last year because I was so fucking pissed. I cried.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh
First time
my
I ever
God, I
cried.
remember. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I was so fucking aggravated and angry. I'm just like, fuck this shit. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate everything about it.
Yes, I remember.
Yep. I was like, I'm just gonna go home. But then also my grandmother was dying, so that didn't help either.
It was emotional, but then
That
you know
was.
what else it was? The trader didn't show up for you.
The what? Oh, I know. Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Exactly.
He did not
Yep.
show up.
Nope, he didn't.
Todd did not show up.
You were unable to center your chi, so it,
Yeah. See.
Yep.
Yes.
See, we always have a thing, no sex before paintball for him, but that's not the case for me.
Yeah.
So therefore, screwed me up.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
I like the fact that there's no sex during paintball. I'm good with that.
You're good for that all year round. You're like that 365 days, 24/7. Come on, let's don't lie to anybody. Let's don't lie.
Oh,
I got a hernia.
Yeah, you can sing it.
okay. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
We're playing with a bunch of. Oh, Rachel was there. Rachel loves this story. I hope Rachel loves the show.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
we were.
and you ladies were saying,
PG show Mike never, not around us. You know better than that, Turtle.
Yes.
It's true.
There's no such thing as PG with us.
So what was the rule? No sex during paintball. Right?
Yeah.
So we were at MPPL event in DC, and we had, I think it was Rachel. Who else? A couple of the girls from
It
the
was
Purple Towels.
it was the fluke. Okay. The tournament was already over. So we did the deed and somebody got hurt.
It was not the. I realized back then that I wasn't young anymore. I can't do that acrobatic shit that we used to do.
You can't do monkey. You can't act like a monkey and hang off stuff. Come on, guys.
Well, we tried the whole shower thing, and I think I got a hernia.
Yes.
Thank God Rachel was a nurse. She was like, "Oh
You
my
just
God!"
gotta pop it back in.
And I was like, and I shoved my finger and I popped it like I shoved.
And where did you
it
shove your finger into?
in my side? By the glory area. It went right back in, and then she's like, "Didn't that hurt?" I was like, "Fucking excruciating," and I did it in the restaurant.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Listen, all right, let's get back to the paintball talk. God damn it!
The fitting title is Paintball Therapy. We're just airing out
See,
things.
we're just, this is normal conversation for us.
Right.
That's
Nobody-
the problem.
Nobody's watching.
You would
Nobody's
get
watching.
therapy
Thank
all
Just
day long.
between friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just between friends.
exactly.
Sorry, Turtle just
Was
keeps
this Todd's
chiming in.
shower? No,
Yeah.
not my shower. You can't slip and fall
No,
in my
no,
shower.
it's a
Turtle.
hotel
You know that.
No.
It was a hotel shower,
Yes.
Turtle.
You cannot fall in Todd's shower. They have a seat for that stuff.
Yes, we do.
Yes, it's perfect in there for that stuff.
It's a
I
dual.
wasn't go-
What the heck?
We have tried it.
We have sex.
You can fit our
Shower.
showers are for two people. You can have a party in
Dual
there.
It's
shower.
a dual shower. We did use the shower.
I just see this.
Best interview ever.
I can't even do it for like 6 months.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I'm sorry, Karla. It's gonna be
No.
a long road ahead for you.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
We're not.
Oh my God.
Oh, we lost her. We lost her.
Her phone has tried to commit suicide.
happened?
It just
Right?
jumped off the table. Yeah. Tammy.
Oh my God.
Tammy. I was just actually going to try to wrestle this in, Todd. And ask Tammy this. Todd is an immensely respected player. He's played on a lot of teams. I have some questions, but I'll start with the softball question first.
Okay.
How has the journey been watching him play? I mean, because again, he gives so much of himself, it has to cut into.
Honestly,
Hamilton.
I honestly think he sucks as a player. I think he could always do better. Not gonna lie.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god! I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Legend.
I'm sorry, Todd. I tried, Todd.
He could definitely do better.
You could do way better. I mean, like closing the games more. Come on, staying alive a little bit.
Now I see what has motivated
more
this
people.
man like a man possessed for years and years. It's you. It's you.
Yes, exactly. Because he's like, fuck, God,
She
shut
says
up.
I got to do better.
Exactly. No, honestly, watching Todd play, it gives me like agita. Like I have the worst anxiety when I watch him. I get anxiety when I watch any of my friends play and I'm not on the field with them because I'm like, Jesus Christ, look over there, right, fucking over there. You know, as with any player that you watch, but watching Todd play and just work the field. What? Oh, hey! Hi!
Somebody's here.
We're still here talking.
Good. I got 5 more minutes. I got 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Watching him play and work the field is honestly a highlight. It makes me angry because he gets away with shit. It's like he has some kind of aura around him and shit just bounces off. They don't like a ball won't find its way to him. And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Better
How
not.
did you just do that? How did you just do that? But I'm thankful for that for as much as he's won. And it teaches all these new kids, hey, he may be old, just like I said, he may be not as fast as y'all, but he gets the job done almost every time I watch him.
Absolutely.
Makes me want to throw up just a little bit in my mouth, but
Now
usually I have a drink and I don't want to spit it out.
Now that Andrea is back, let me get a really quick question in. How is it being with Team USA? I've been watching the whole journey. Can you tell me about that, please?
Okay, so for me personally, it's like my greatest honor, to be honest. Like I love USA. There's nothing that means more to me as an athlete to have that opportunity. So as far as like the process and the way that everything has evolved, like I really appreciate Anthony and the rest of the rest of the people part of that team that make all that stuff possible. They really are trying to put together a process that's transparent and fair and finds the best talent. Obviously, it's a little difficult with women sometimes because there's so few of us, and trying to get everybody together and do things can be tough. But the girls that I've met through that process have been just fantastic. We bonded really well last season. That was great, and I really enjoyed it. And then with this season, it's been a little off. I had that accident and that injury at the end of the year that kind of set me back, and I wasn't able to make it to the combine. But luckily, they were doing some stuff with the first practice that we didn't have because of COVID-19. So right now, we're all just kind of in a holding pattern, trying to wait and see, when we're going to be able to get back to the fields, when we're going to be able to get back on planes and go places so that we can start preparing and practicing. But the girls are all super hungry, and everybody wants to just get out there and get the work put in so that we can put together the best team possible to go and kick ass here in Paris. So
that makes complete sense. Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention or listening while you were gone, but we went down a very interesting road, and now you're bringing us back. You're bringing us back to the right, the right, correct road. So
as I should.
Yes, as I can count on you to do so. So thank you very much.
She is the team conscience.
right.
She's the one that keeps us straight.
So you bring balance to the room. So that's fantastic. Donnie had a question here. Have you ladies been to an Ion Living Legends D-Day or Super Game?
Mm-hmm. I have been to Living Legends. We went with both my girl and Alfred. And yeah. So it was a lot of fun. And Alfred, yeah.
Yes.
What was the big one up in New York that was supposed to happen at Jerry's Field or somewhere up there?
Skirmish?
No.
No?
The World Cup game.
The Woods Ball World Cup, are you talking about?
Yeah, we were supposed to go for that.
Games, Tami.
We were supposed to go.
Huh? Yeah, the Super Games.
Yeah, those are Super Game, and so Daniel used to play for Dan Bonebreak back in the day, and so Super Game, that's one of Dan's events, and Super Game and Living Legends are actually on my bucket list. I haven't been able to play those yet.
Do Living Legends.
Unfortunately, Super Game keeps coinciding with Texas, and since last year when Karla hurt herself, I think I'm like taking Texas off my list of places I ever want to play again. So I might exchange that for Super Game next year. Because I've been trying to get out there and get out there and play those. Those are both amazing events, and then of course Living Legends. So I haven't got the opportunity yet to play those Hallmark games, but I'm hoping to do that within the next year because they really are on my bucket list.
Right, and that's one of the things is that you ladies enjoy all or different styles of paintball, not just tournament, not just airball, not just classic. You're ambassadors of the sport, and it's one of those things that it's great for paintball to have that. You bring in, you allow female players to connect with people who are successful and people who are respected in the game. It's not always just a pretty face. But it doesn't hurt.
Well, maybe in Tami's case, but
Motherfucker.
not at all. No, totally. You know what? I got no shade to throw on anybody else and what they do, but my girls here, like we really do we just enjoy paintball, right? Like whatever the format is, whatever it is. I mean, like if we're able to play anywhere, any kind of format, even if it's like a new crazy kind of format, like we've done the red stuff before, like anything at all, like we're down to try it, right? If it's paintball, we're out there. And part of that's just because of our love for the game and just us embracing what the game is given to us. Right, the game gave each other, right? We gave us each other. Like we have this community of people, and so the more we open ourselves up to different experiences and be able to play, the more the more opportunities we have to be together. And so I'm always going to be all about that.
That's fantastic, Tami. You look like you said you wanted to say something.
We'll try anything 2 or 3 times.
Of course we will. Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
We do.
Well, hey, sorry, Al, but I will, and I know Tami will, and we know
Absolutely.
We party.
I'll be back. I got to jump on another meeting.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love this.
God,
this is fantastic. This is fantastic. In and out. And please, Todd's been paying attention to this. I invited Todd for a couple different teams, and I think this might motivate him. And Monica
or
and
might motivate him to stay away. No, he's been talking about it because Spesh has been on him and stuff like that. So. Yep. He's been so crazy with work and all this stuff going on, and we have a sanitation business, so it's crazy. It's absolutely insane right now. So, which is good for us, but bad that it's happening for sure.
Exactly, because we would all rather be out playing, and it's great that he's able to help out your location, your surroundings, your community.
For sure.
Yep. Now, another question that I have is experiences at events. Most of them are probably positive experiences that you've had, and everybody's had negative experiences. The thing that I'm kind of alluding to right now is the competitive nature that I've seen from you ladies is on par with the guys. Is there any kind? Yes. Is there any kind of feeling of conflict with that? Does that make sense? Like I see
Absolutely.
you. Yeah, please.
Absolutely, because guys don't want to lose to any woman. Doesn't matter if you're on a team full of women or half women, half men. It doesn't matter. They don't want to get shot by a girl.
They won't even admit they got shot by a girl. I've seen it.
Huh?
I said they won't even admit they got shot by a girl.
No, they'll be like, "Oh no, he shot me." I'm like, "Motherfucker, that was Andrea." She
I know. Bunch of bitches. Men can be bitches. More bitches than women.
They are absolutely. And it's sad because still in this day and age, and with everybody who plays paintball and the Team USA ladies and everything, they still don't. I feel, I could be speaking out my ass here, but I doubt that I am, don't get the respect that they truly deserve. But in any business or any sport, women don't get the respect that they should. That's just it. Some men have the mentality still of, oh, you should be home, being a homemaker, whatever, or whatever.
Barefoot and pregnant, bro. That's what you're trying to say.
We
Barefoot and pregnant.
Yeah, right.
No.
We have heard.
Money, it didn't work.
We have heard, like, sometimes, and it's very upsetting that if you're in an all-women team, you will never make it to a podium.
Absolutely. Heard that way too many times.
We've heard it plenty of times,
but it's not true.
Of course it's not true. Right. Yeah, but just hearing that,
it also depends on how many other teams you're playing, if you're going to see a podium or not.
Well, the podium. Yeah. It depends on what the podium. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
well, just like I can recall last year, one tournament that we played that we should have been in the top 2, and people were like so upset that we were just kicking ass last year at this one tournament, and they rigged it to where one of them, as any paintball tournaments they do, but they rigged it to where we wouldn't make it. I was just like, why would you do that? They're like, because you're just kicking everybody's ass. I'm like, because the girls are actually doing their part and helping the team.
Right.
Is that it?
Yep. And I would be remiss if I didn't come clean and say that in all the years and all the teams that I've put together, I've had 2 women play for my team, and they were capable, very, very skilled players who I'm still friends with to this day. But again, it's not about male or female. I don't see that perspective,
No, and you shouldn't, as you shouldn't.
Right.
But people still do. But it is what it is. I mean, I'll play with any team that wants to play, but it makes me mad. It makes me angry to where I want to quit most times, because I'm like, well, shit, why do I even bother? Right. Why do I even bother going on the field?
So you feel, and now I wasn't going down this road, but it makes complete sense where you feel like you have to be that much better. Like there's more pressure on you because you're a female. I mean, some guys already expect not much, but you have to go above and beyond.
Well, look how much my girls play. They play all the fucking time. All the time they're playing. Well, Karla usually, but they're always playing, and they still get the same kind of outlook from other teams. And you wouldn't think it, because they go kick ass. I mean, look how many teams they play on. They're fucking awesome.
Right.
They really are. I wish I had that commitment, but I don't.
And that's the thing that's interesting to me, because anytime that I've spent around the jesters, Monica, it's not about being a female.
No, my boys really.
No, the jesters are awesome.
Yeah. They treat all of us, Andrea, whoever from the family who wants to play with us, they actually treat us equally. And Tami will say,
I love them.
Girls on other than you guys, because they do their jobs.
Right.
Absolutely.
And he knows what to expect. If there's any of the females that you bring on, they're going to be like-minded.
Yeah.
They're going to think about it the right way. So it only makes sense. I completely get that.
Yeah, we do what the coach tells us. We don't ask questions. This is what you want us to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'll try my hardest to make it to that corner if that's where you're sending me.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm still getting a little feedback from your microphone, Tami. I don't know if everybody else is or not. So I'm just giving you. Okay. Now, Karla, I know that you recently had some health things that you posted on there. I don't need details. All I'm concerned and what people are concerned with is, are you feeling better, and are you able to start playing when all of this is over?
Well, hopefully all of this is over. That's the first point. fingers because it's really bad. About how
Yep.
I feel better, much better. I mean, I didn't expect that this is gonna happen. It was like one day to the other. Honestly, it was maybe my fault, but yeah, it's hard because I was afraid about we are between all of these no shit, but all of this thing happens about
Yeah.
the and it's like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? What about the doctor? What about the surgery? What about this or this? So now I can understand more about like it's not just about what is happening with that coronavirus or whatever. It's about what about all the people who have an emergency like I had, and I was like, what the fuck? So right now it's just like I have to rest, and I will be back in paintball. Obviously, I wanted to, but I have to wait maybe 3 or 4 months. But it's like kind of frustrated because I have to be like doing nothing. Like I can do exercise or I can do like nothing right now, and I love it. So that is my hardest part for me. Like I have the time right now for do whatever I want, like physical here at home or whatever, and I can't do it. So that's my hardest part. But recovery is getting better. I'm with my family right now, and they are taking care of me. My mom, my dad, my everybody here. So that is really good. And people always is really motivate like is motivated me like all the time. So that's really cool. Like all the message and everything is not just they make you
Right.
feel like good. And more in this time, like I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know what to do. And honestly, I miss to play paintball too. But I know all of us, we are on the same way. We have to wait. So at the same time, it's really bad. But I think if this is not happening to me, I don't know. Maybe I broke the rules about staying at home or not. It's really hard to be on this situation for all of us.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh.
Well, like Tami said, because of the fact that Karla is a hard worker, the timing of everything right now was pretty good for her. Because if it didn't happen now, there is no way she would have taken care of what she needed to take care of. She would
Right.
have kept on going to tournaments, working, exercising, because she really is a hard worker and
Right.
put certain things to the side when she shouldn't.
Yep.
So this quarantine stuff and everything, it did benefit for her.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It is the only way she'll stay home.
You're
Yeah.
right.
And
I mean, shit, she was playing with the broken hand.
yeah.
Right. Right. I
And
remember
Texas,
that.
she did play him with the broken hand because it happened in the second game of the
Mhm.
tournament, the second point.
The second point of
Yeah.
the first game.
Mm-hmm. So she played.
Ah, ah, ah. You're killing it, Todd. You're
Yes,
killing it.
and,
You're killing it.
when she
She's gonna
broke
beat
her
your ass
hand,
when she
she
sees
didn't
you.
tell anybody.
Right.
She didn't tell anybody that she broke her hand at all.
Right.
So we played all of Saturday. And she told me maybe at the sixth game
Uh-oh.
that she broke her hand.
Sorry,
And
I missed my
she
internet.
finished playing the day, and she was willing to play on Sunday. We were like, no, you're not gonna play.
Right.
So sometimes people will say, oh, Karla is just pictures in bikini and blah blah blah. Karla is one of the hardest paintball players that I know.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And she does her job on the field. And
Her
sometimes,
and Jessica
most
and
of the
Andrea
time,
and you.
yep, she'll show a clinic to some of those
Oh,
guys.
there she is.
Yep.
Hi.
I'm not back. Sorry.
Nope. It's
So, yeah.
perfectly fine.
What a loss! What a loss!
You got more tokens
this
than
is
Harry.
this is what you missed. Todd decided that you ran out of tokens, so you re-upped some tokens there. Oh,
You didn't get it.
no. We'll explain it. We'll explain it
I was like,
later.
what?
She got frozen again.
She's frozen again.
She's frozen.
That's fine.
told
It's
you
just like Will yesterday.
English, I think.
She can still hear. She can
Oh,
still
okay.
hear.
Well,
That's good.
so
Yep.
that's like a profile picture.
Right,
It is.
exactly. That's what I was kind of doing, talking to the picture yesterday of Will, just pretending that it was still there. Tami, one
Yes.
of the things that I now we can hear you, Karla. Since Todd is out there watching, and I don't want dirt on Todd, but I do want to know what's one thing that a bunch of guys that have known Todd for a long, long time don't know or wouldn't know about Todd. Does he have a fantastic singing voice?
Oh no.
Play an instrument?
Nope.
Drive exceptionally well?
Nope. He sucks at that. He
He
ping pongs, as we call it. Because
he
he's reading
ping
text or watching podcasts such as this while driving.
right.
He cannot cook. He doesn't do laundry.
He cannot survive without Tami.
What? Say that
He
again.
cannot survive without Tami.
He couldn't. No.
No, not at all.
No. I can tell you 2 things he's really good at, but then that would take us on a whole different level.
Right. Al, you need to help me here, bro.
I cannot talk about his good skills besides being
Pumpkin eater.
I said Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Yes, you're right. I have a picture of that.
Yes, and yes.
I'm watching it, babe.
Right.
That's what I said.
We are treading oh so lightly. And why I was saying, like, you might have been an accordion player that nobody knew about. There has to be something. Fantastic dancer. He's got to be a great dancer. No.
Nope.
It all came from your gene pool.
He's played paintball since he was about 13 years old. So that's what he's amazing at. Idiot.
Yes.
He is amazing at giving orders, though.
Oh God! Now wait a minute.
Oh, he is quick.
He is amazing.
Yes.
He's an amazing giver outer of orders.
Yes.
That's why his nickname on our boat is Captain F Squared. Ask me what that means. Fuck face. Because we get so angry at him. And he has a hat that says Captain F Squared.
Captain F Squared. That makes that's very interesting. Very interesting. Well, how I normally like to wrap this up, because it's been fun, and I hope that we can do it again when Andrea and we get the technical issues and everything taken care of. What I want to do is I want to give you a chance to thank anyone who doesn't normally that you don't normally get a chance to thank. It doesn't have to be a list of sponsors, but former players, past people who have been influential in your life. Here's the opportunity to say thank you.
Oh, there she
I'd
is.
like to. I'll say thank you to the Watsons because they started the original family team, and they allowed us to pass the name down to us, or allowed us to take the name and pass it down to us and use it. So I want to thank them especially. Great family, amazing family. And then to thank my teammates. I never thank them.
Right. It's an honor to be on the field with you.
Absolutely. And off the field.
Right.
Yeah,
That's an added bonus.
Absolutely.
You should charge admission to that.
I thank them for putting up with Todd.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
It's a bit tough, but we can handle it. We'll
That's
do
my boy.
We'll do anything for you, Tami.
That's my
Anything.
boy. I'm on the team.
Thank you.
Todd. You guys
Well,
are up. I'm on the team because of Todd.
No, you're on the team because of me. Let's just be frank about that.
Yeah, but I got you. He's my boy. I got to look out.
Yeah, but he's not on the team. He's a traitor.
Yes.
There is no use in fighting, Al. Just lay down and take whatever they give.
Smart man, Brad. Smart man.
Yes. Karla, is there anyone who you'd like to thank, sponsors or people special close to you?
Yeah, she's frozen.
Why one sorry? I lost everything, so I need to be back. What we were can you hear me?
Yes, I was just wondering if there's anyone that you'd like to thank, sponsors or special people out there. If you have a connection, you might not be able to hear me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, skip her. Go
Translate,
Moni.
translate. Somebody's gonna translate.
No, no, no.
Right, right.
Wait. Just, yeah.
¿Qué quieres decir? Gracias.
Oh, again? Who I want to say thank you?
Yes. C.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Small list.
Sorry.
Just a few.
Yeah, just I want to say
Poquito.
thank you, everybody in paintball, and all my friends, especially, and the family team, all my friends and sisters there, and Lux and Push Paintball. I don't know what we are talking about, but I just want to say thank you.
No, you're perfectly
Perfect.
fine.
I
I'm
love
not
you,
going to put that up. I'm not going to put that up. I cannot put that up.
What is it?
Nothing.
I
It is
love
nothing.
Who is it? Is it?
It is nothing.
Duracell? I didn't say Duracell. I want to say thank you, Energizer. Oh no,
Duracell.
Duracell. Oh my god. Oh.
That's why you just need to get the ones that plug into the ones, Karla.
Don't make me laugh, please. It's so
Yes.
bad.
Yes, we're not gonna pop any stitches, please, please. Monica. Monica.
I really do have to thank Tami for giving me the chance to start with the Femmes when I started. And we do have to, Alfred and I do have to thank the only paintball store in New York City.
Yes.
Oh, now I understand the question.
They are the only store in New York City for paintball.
We love them.
In the
They help the family out a lot. And yes.
They help
totally
us.
thank you
They
for them.
sponsor us.
Absolutely.
Every year since I started playing, they have been sponsoring me. So it's been a lot of years, and they are good friends, Cecilia and Paul from Stingrays. And we'll give a thanks to Todd because he does know a little bit of paintball that he teaches us once in a while. You know, he gives us a couple of pointers here and there. Never really work for us, but
no, because he usually gives us the wrong advice especially because we're playing against him.
Especially when we're playing against them.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my god, I feel so stupid. Now I understand the question. Sorry.
She just got the miracle.
I got it too late. Too late.
It's okay. It's wonderful. Well, I want to thank all of you for coming out here. Can we can do this again, please? I'd like to have you on for other episodes. Al back there, I want to talk to you. We've already discussed things that I want to talk to you about, so that's going to be coming up. Tami,
I'd love to get together with the rest of the family guys too.
Exactly.
Like, get Andrea and Daniel and get Ken on here.
Yep.
And then you two, and absolutely, that would be amazing.
A good question to ask them is, how do they feel about trying to keep us in check?
Right.
Exactly.
Right. That will be a great premise to discuss. So, ladies, I want to thank you. It's been an unbelievable time here. Yes, thank you very much, and we will do this again very, very soon. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Guys.
Love you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Love you.
How do I get out?
You just stay there and do whatever you like to do, ladies.
Get out.